still here. Hi. Here again? I don't know. Thank you. I am indeed ready for the fall. All but financially. I got a lot to do financially before I'm ready. I thank you. It's the heat. The heat really just sapped my energy. I just want to lay down and nap. That's so wrong. I'm going to travel back. I don't know. What is it currently? I don't make decisions like that. Ooh, what flavor of water do I have? Water flavored. Huh. Unexpected. How strange. This may be very short, in which case we'll switch to Slay the Spire 2, not Slay the Spire 1. Okay, you get back to work, I see. I reconstructed the remaining files, but found no more records of monster-fied criminals. So I can more clear on that front. What the last data did contain, though, was plans for repairing some kind of fancy smashy duplication device. It said it was discovered aboard a flying vessel of unknown origin. The duplicator! Did he get duplicated? The description which would damn near perfectly matches the shiny disc our imbecile inspector crash landed over near Iwata. So now I'm wondering, what's a gadget on a ship like that used to duplicate? Yeah. Anything? Even people? Oh, that ain't good. See, the files mentioned 3 critical materials: electrope, ceruleum, and meteorites. Sound familiar? That's the same stuff our fugitives already nicked. They got what they needed to fix the device, and I'm sweating bullets imagining what they mean to do with it. Oh, do I need to do like a detective voice? See? No, I don't know. See? And problem is we squeeze those savage files drive every last juicy lead. Can't even begin to guess where Keshkaya and Carnelian might be holed up. For all we know, they've already moved on to the next step of their diabolical scheme. It's time we pumped a new source of information, and I know just the nosy bugger that'll do. Let's pay a visit to Mymund. A lawyer voice? I don't know what a lawyer sounds like. The very unsubtle, wow. That is an outfit. You may recall my mere presence seemed to anger the detective when last our paths crossed. So we've taken disguising ourselves as ordinary citizens. Our independent investigation otherwise continues unabated. Nashu has, in fact, identified a new potential avenue of inquiry. I've noticed that there's an oglop that never strays far from Detective Hardy Boyd's side. Objection! I suspect this persistent insect is much more than it appears. I share your suspicions. We could be dealing with another creature possessed of a transferred criminal soul. Mayhap it's been sent to spy on the detective. But it doesn't feel like it's spying, more like it's watching over him. Tie this hair back. Whatever the Oglop's intentions, we must continue to surveil this ever-present surveiller. It may prove critical to cracking the case. If I just tie him back enough of it to get it off my neck, it'd be better. Maybe I should do pigtails. What do you think? Pigtail? Fox? What if I put it up behind the chair? Ooh. Now my hair is entirely off my neck and back behind me. See, her outfit kind of fits in. His outfit stands out a lot. Back again? What can I do for it this time? Got an odd question for you. There's the bug, right there. And they're right behind it. A device that can duplicate anything, eh? In the wrong hands, that could lead to all kinds of mischief. Haven't heard a peep about alien gadgets, but there was something else that might interest you. Rumor has some half-dead bloke dressed like a lab worker was rescued out in Heritage Found. Reckon that could be our villain, Kishkaya? Could be. You'd have to talk to Cersine, a hunter who found the poor bugger. Apparently brought him back to his home in the outskirts. This half-dead lab rat, if this half-dead lab rat is who we think it is, then I wonder if Cornelian must have... Huh. Thanks for the tip, Mymund. Well, partner, looks like we're headed to the outskirts. Let's find this Cersine fellow. We shall follow wheresoever the Oglop leads us. Wait, I didn't see the Oglop leave. I wasn't paying attention. Licking her tongue. Is that rare? There's a shirtless man running around. What chicanery is that insect plotting? Ebba has designs for the detective's beloved eggs. It's right, just hanging out right there. Of course, I'd be happy to share the tale. I was calling monster on the fringes of Everkeep when an air wheeler wobbling through the skies above caught my attention. So erratic was its flight path that I half expected it to crash into the ground, which it did not far from where I was standing. I ran over to see a man crawl free from the wreckage and collapse. His mask and gloves marked him as lab technician of some kind. Though the air wheeler hadn't exploded or burst into flames, he looked terribly burned. I was able to rush him home and administer treatment before he succumbed to his injuries. But the potent medicines have put him in a deep slumber, so I'm afraid he's in no state to answer questions. As for his name, I found an identification card tucked into one of his pockets. This may belong to him. The man is Kishkaya, a researcher from a local facility. That figures. And those burns. Knowing Cornelian's preference for fire magics, I'd wager a dozen hard-boiled eggs that he's to blame. I looked up the Crime King He's not the type to play loyal henchman for long. I'd probably turned on his boss and took over the whole operation. But it's... We'll have to wait until Keziah wakes up to get the whole story. But in the meantime, I'd rather be doing something useful. I say we head outside and consider our options. Appreciate you sharing, Cersine. Keziah is a criminal involved in the case we're investigating, so he'll be imposing on your hospitality again soon. A criminal, you say? Well, he won't be committing any crimes in this condition. I'm sure to get word to you once he's fit enough for you to interrogate. I doubt Cornelia would have humored his boss for so long unless he had an endgame in mind. Oh, that guy is still getting shocked. Considering his betrayal came just as they acquired everything they needed to fix the duplication gadget. He's probably after the device all along. That's what I'm thinking, but assuming we're right, what does he mean to use it for? Well, we work on answering that question while Keziah is still in Dreamland. He's no pal of Cornelia's who might have an insider too. He was part of his gang back in the day, but he insists she's on the straight and narrow now, working as a fortune teller out at shop in Solution 9. Sherrall, the girl on the front desk, handles all her appointments. Again? Did that happen before? Uh-oh. Oh no. Hi. Quickly, let's not lose sight of the Agla. Very silly. Hi, Chuck. Oh, thank you for the bats. Oh, well, okay. When did you post that? I don't remember seeing it. I'm sorry. Hi, good to see you. And thank you. It may have been just now. Oh, it broke it. Yes, it did. Of course, that's perfectly fine. Good to have you. No, we just had to find some way to set up the camera, the chibi camera, so it fixes it. And then it should automatically go away when it goes weird. That is indeed very silly. This established indicators will also seeking the true path. Due to high demand, however, I'm afraid we're completely booked for the coming months. We're not interested in your dubious divinations. You still Katya. Party boat is here to see her. Very well. One moment, please. Nice try. I'm hard to catch. What do you want, hardhead? I've paid my debt to society. You're interfering with the legitimate business of an upstanding citizen. I'm poofed. Says a woman who was Cornelia's most prized torturer's charlatan. I'd wager the only fortune to be found here is the one you're making off gullible marks. Don't you dare lump me in with that double-crossing snake. It was his fault I went to prison, and I've been done with the underworld ever since. My establishment is entirely above board. Alright, don't get your ropes in a twist. It's Cornelia I want to ask about anyway. Anyhow, I'll spare you the whole messy story, so let's get down to brass tacks. Imagine there's a gizmo that can replicate any person or object in the world. What do you reckon a no-good crook like Cornelia would do if he got his hands on something like that? What kind of addle-brained... How should I know? I think he would duplicate himself. The only thing Cornelia would ever want was power. And no matter how much he got, there's never enough. It seems his ancestor, the one called the Lich, created the ultimate spell and eased him up that he's never had the arcane strength to cast it. An ancestral spell he hasn't got the juice for, huh? How would a duplication gives him help him with that? Not my area of expertise. Though I suppose you could search the public database to read up on the Lich if you're so inclined. Fair enough. I'll try a look at the terminals in the commerce section. Much obliged, Kasia. Sleepy. It's a little sleepy. Just a little bit. These terminals are... And now I need to fix it. Ow! What? These terminals are connected to Alexander's public database, so you can use them to learn all sorts of neat stuff. I'll see what I can get from the Lich character. Meanwhile, I reckon you could look into what makes Cloth so special? Sky's other funks don't get a choice of monster. When it came to Cornelian, it seems the Crime King specifically requested the Clod as a vessel for his soul. I figured he was keen on their powers of mimicry. Now I'm wondering if there's something more. Anyway, see what you can find. The keyboard is software keyboard in the term clots in the commerce section thing. Terminal monitor displays an entry on the monsters known as clots. Clots. These amorphous organisms inhabit dense jungle environments and demonstrate an extraordinary capability for physical mimicry. When threatened, the clot will either mirror the threat itself or adopt a more intimidating form. Clots can also fuse with others of their species, and there are recorded cases of multiple clots merging into a single gigantic entity possessed of immense magical power. And it's just that. He's duplicating himself as a clot. Well, no surprise from the bloodline that produced a maniac like Cornelian. Turns out this Lich guy was a real piece of work. Sentry Abbott said he used sorcery to raise and bind the dead to his will. He had an unstoppable spell that would immediately stuff out the life of any target. Oh, and they also used necromancy to turn himself into a living corpse. This allowed him to keep amassing dark powers over a period far beyond a normal person's lifespan, which is the thing that earned him the Lich moniker. Years of nefarious undeading, though, and the people came together to off him permanently. And you know, Dorishu, my assistant, was killed by a spell I've never seen before. Rick and Cornelian took page from his ancestors' book of necromancy to animate those poor bastards into Coney Loca Corpus. How'd your research go, by the way? Learn anything useful? So multiple clots can merge together to make one humongous blob that wields all their magical power combined. That explains everything. Really must means to create a bunch of Crime King copies and fuse into one big murderous mook. Well, you and me are gonna wreck those plans and avenge Dorishu's death once and for all. Do you want to leave Hildibrand in on this? Yeah, I've seen him hang around that like a bad smell. When it comes to exacting vengeance, that well-meaning dope will only get in the way. Besides, Cornelian's more dangerous than he's ever been. I won't give him the chance to hurt anyone else. Why is it bullheaded about me being pals with the inspector anyway? You share the same soul. Saying we're like two of a kind. Yeah, I don't see it. So there's always been something really familiar about that guy. Yeah, what have we got? Uh-huh. Alright. Be there soon. Sounds like me on the phone. That was Cersei telling us to come over. Guess Kaya's woke him up. There goes a little bug. I've been thinking, Kayla, what if the Oglop we keep seeing actually is Nourishu? Marshu? Marshu! That makes way more sense. The detective was talking about his assistant. I swear the insect had the saddest look on his little face. Come now, Nashu. You heard as well as I did that she perished by Cornelian's hand. What if instead of dying, her soul was shunted into an Oglop body in the same way the fugitives were stuffed into fiendish forms? I suppose it's possible. Nashu does have an uncanny sense for things. Maybe we should not dismiss the idea out of hand. Yeah, I grew up so fast. And amazing. A way to explore the possibility might begin by chatting with the researchers on me whom my gentle dead man acquaintance befriended. We may continue your investigation alongside Detective Hardy Boiled, and we shall contact you the moment we learn aught of substance. Oh, big ball. You're late, Chief. Get lost on layer what? Or what? This kid's promising an explosive end, and I'd hate you for you to miss it. Right, let's head inside and hear what Kashkaya has to say for himself. Well, Mastermind, what happened to you? Duplication device was restored. I had all that I required to build my genius army. Mere moments before I began to replicate my brilliant self en masse, that damnable curd burned the hand that freed him. Serious as I was by Cornelian sorcery, it was a miracle I managed to escape at all. And my ambitions, naught survives but smoke and ashes. I want you to make him pay. You'll find the device in a hidden lab on the lowest level of Canaloca Corpus. If Cornelius aims to mass self-application, then that's where he must be. It'll take time for the alien technology to do its work. Trying to tame a vicious breed like the Crime King was a gamble, and you lost. Lucky for you, I was planning to bring him down anyway. Looks like I called how things played out, more or less. Didn't twig that Cornelia would hole up in a lab right beneath our noses, though. And the sorry side over to the authorities as soon as he's able to walk. Might put up a fight, but I doubt it would be much of a challenge for a strapping hunter like yourself. He's welcome to try. Don't worry, I'll be sure to see him into custody. I know where Cornelia is now. I'm ready to charge in, guns blazing. But first I want to pay my respects to Marshu's grave. While burying the dead is the custom in Alexandria, Marshu and I were never comfortable with the whole regulator deal. I'd be damned if I was going to forget and put her to rest putting her to rest was my way of honoring her memory. Night Stallion's been in the shop, so I'll head over to pick him up. Go on ahead to the nameplates. I'll meet you there. Neckties always look very uncomfortable. Yeah, I think this is pretty close to finishing. I want to get this knocked out at least. We still have to finish up SAO, Fatal Bullet. After that, I'm not sure what to do. I want some less story-driven stuff if I can. Maybe like Hades too? Defeated? How would I be defeated? Let's go. Surprise, it's me again. Got a letter here for you from the detective. Alright, that's my business done. Time to go and pry into someone else's. Sorry for the change of plans, Caleb, but I need to handle Cornelian alone. You've helped me out time and time again, and I ain't letting you risk your life for my personal vendetta. I'll put the Crime King in the ground where he belongs. You just sit tight and wait for the good news. My problem with Diablo is... Kalia, hey Kalia. The fact they made it like pay to win and all that stuff. We've learned the most astonishing fact. Also, there's like all the bots and stuff. The new researcher recruited for our digital dead friend here spoke of a lady he had seen on the lowest level of the Kinloka Corpus. A lady who could very well be Marshu. She lies unmoving within a capsule of some kind, looking as if she's but dreamed in peaceful slumber. We then made it once for the searching house to demand the truth from Keshkaya. Feelings unfolded between my expert interrogation and admitted transferring Marshu's soul from her captive vessel into an Oglob shell. Where is Detective Hardybold, by the way? I want so badly to let him know this assassin is alive and well. Well, mostly. Taking vengeance on his own, you say? This calls for the utmost haste. He is very fast. Wait for me, Inspector! And she goes off at normal speed. We should shamble along as well. I feel like Hades 2 would be a good game to play. I don't know if it was any good, though. Meanwhile, in the hidden depths of the Kinloka Corpus. Oh, let me claim this thing as well. Oh, did I just grab all of them? I think I grabbed all of them. That's a stinging sight. One bloodstained crime cube is already too much. I don't recall sending you an invitation, Hardy Boiled. But no matter, I am afforded the chance to test my newfound strength. Is he gonna be giant or just like normal sized? Giant it is. Oof, the Danes might have called you handsome once. You might want to check a mirror. I can feel it surging through me, the nigh unlimited power. Behold, the majestic form of the Lich. Let's begin with a demonstration of my ancestors' dominion over the undead. Great, this keeps getting creepier. Are we playing as him? Do what I can. Find his direct or horrible and gain access to a special dodge action. With the proper time, you can use the molting python to avoid taking damage, even if it's in the area of the enemy's attack. What? Where is that button? Too many attacks will be preceded by the countdown icon. When this is counted as progresses. Molting python icon. Quickly use the molting python action. This might be harder than I thought. Where's the action? There's 3. Down with me, punk. Should get all of them. That'll work. And learn too hard. If there's a busy rise. That's what I do. It actually hit me. Was that just eating an egg? It's getting old real fast. Living minions, tear that man apart. I never got a chance to use the dodge ability. Remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner, everyone. What just happened? I predicted what he said! Perfect. Forcing our zombie brethren to act against their will is simply unconscionable. While such no violence, the situation appears beyond a peaceful resolution. Allow me to assist. Allow me to assist. A soft-boiled savior in hell. Thanks, pal. You dare interfere? I'll kill you both. Who are we playing as? We're still here. I'm not moving fast enough. He's catching up very quickly. Beautiful. That didn't work. Hit that dope fool in the face. How is he still standing? Oh, I got hit. Get nagged. So absurd. Not at all. I mean, he got rid of all the zombies. Must help. Must be. I'll hold back nothing. Uh-oh. Emergencies on the road. We have just answered that. Take the room my electrifying handstand? More? No more Wi-Fi? Someone's feeling the pinch. Yeah, boil action too. Instead of bolt action. Tower stock of armor is destroyed by some foppish something? I don't know. Who was that foppish imbecile? I'm not allowed to ruin my moment of triumph. I'll feel that in the morning. What do I do? Game's getting fried. Hildy, no! Oh, he's fine. Inconceivable! No mortal can withstand such power! Violence is not the answer. Heh, he's one tough egg, and I reckon we can use that ether. Hildibrand, give me all the juice you got! Force Detective, our moment has come! Limit break. Did it? Probably. I don't know. This one's for Noirshoe. Hold your fire, detective. Your assistant is alive. What'd you say? I warned you about being soft, hardy-boiled. Will you never learn? I want to save such exquisite magecraft for more fitting victims, but now you clods will witness the ultimate spell firsthand. With unholy power drawn from the darkest abyss, I shall sever soul from corporeal anchor. Death! Inspector! Hildibrand. Oh, I've died. How un-Mandervillian of me. Wow, playing the dolt instead, so I'm glad to be rid of that most bothersome gnat. Is that Hildibrand's ghost? Oh, such bittersweet sorrow. A soul should dissipate soon after leaving the flesh. But lo, our resilient zombie overlord endures in spectral form. Alright, be safe, check. Hello? This battle isn't over. Even with your entire entourage of fools, you cannot contest our power combined. They touch the fingertips. Oh my. Master Zombie's spiritual essence merged with Master Hardybow's physical form. It's brilliant. It's blinding. It's a pure gold soul. This changes nothing. Hardyboy, it cannot be. Hardyboy is not here right now. Embiggen! You can call us Hildiboiled, and your goose is cooked. My dear fellow. Here we go. No one can stand against the giant golden Manderville man. No evil can stand against the giant golden Manderville man. Suplex! Guess my axe is not needed here today. Yes, you've learned the truth of it. Your precious noir shoe never really died. Kai needed a subject for soul transference experiments, and the task of procuring the victim fell to me. Your name, Hardy, boiled up to the top of my hit list. I drew upon ancestral sorcery to cast you into a death-like sleep. For ease of delivery, you understand. Then your meddling assistant threw herself into a spell's path. I was forced to settle for her instead. I had to dig up Navarshu's corpse following the burial, then proffer her to Keshkaya in a place of your sorry hide. So it was that her soul ended up in that insect vessel. You bastard did that knowing how much I hate Oglops. Now, let's remain civilized. The process is entirely reversible. Oh dear. My apologies, but I feel the draw of an irresistible force. Oh, that's right. Master Zondervaid has died, and to his untethered soul comes the call. See you on the other side, my friends. Don't leave me behind, Inspector. Throw his corpse at him. Look, his body's still breathing. We've got to drag that soft-boiled soul back. I spoke that simpleton with enough ultimate death magic to kill him 10 times over. There is no coming back. I think we all knew it would come to this, but still. Oh, hey now, don't tell me you've gone and cracked. I like how serious I am doing this. This is my serious face. Oh, I say. I love it. Next to that stirring performance by my adventuring associate, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have returned to life and am back on the case. Look at his face. Yep, there it is. But you can't. It's not possible. Heh, toughest guy I ever saw. Now, what was that about fixing Marshu? You can really get her back to normal? Her sister's recumbent form is being held within this very facility. You need but extract her soul from the Oglop and reunite it with her original body. Akis Kaya provided me with a step-by-step procedure for operating the transference apparatus, which posed no great difficulty to restore Mistress Marshu ourselves. He's still frozen. The rest of us should wait at the entrance then. I've done it before. It's not picking up well enough. It's not picking up very well. Seems like more of a VR thing. You know, it stinks in here. Let's head outside. Maybe tomorrow. didn't peel the whole egg. Detective Hardy boiled. Hey, Dollface. You're looking well. Wait, is that a human Nashu? Hi, I'm Marshu. Thank you ever so much for putting me back in my own body. Of course not, it's Narshu. Shapeless Nashu is, as you say, uncanny. Right? Like peas in a pod, I tell ya. I think this is one of the songs they played at the concert. Right, I've had my fill of old musty labs. Time to blow this joint. What? Hey, who said you could ride the stallion? Truly, once fused fellows such as ourselves are above cursory formalities such as asking for permission. Whoa! Watch that lightning! The chassis can't take a direct hit. I do have that one. Kyrell gave it to me and spent way too much money on it. Oh no, he's going back! Where? Back to the future. Something like that, yeah. Oh, it's like 7 or 8 million. Way too much. That's right. That was literally Back to the Future. Wait for me, Inspector. Gosh, that looked dangerous. Eh, he'll be fine. It's nighttime I'm worried about. I just had him repaired. How did I lose to such idiots? Am I dreaming? Surely this is a nightmare. Lots of Mr. Lots of Clots here to the Tin Men. You can head back with Marshu to my place in Solution 9. And I shall re-enter the facility to recruit from the remaining zombies. I bid you gentle people good day. Nine-digit guild levels. That's crazy. Behind that rubbish receptacle is where I would hide and keep watch of the detective. It's surprising fun living as Knockloff, but boy am I glad to be back in my own body. That makes 2 of us. Couldn't imagine having one of those creepers as an assistant. I went and handed Cornelian over to the authorities. They'll restore him and all his monstrous pals to their original mook selves, then toss him in the slammer. In other words, that's all she wrote on the case of the fiendish fugitives. You're a handy gal to have around, Akela. And thanks for sticking with me through thick and thin. I made you a replica of the Nightstein. Doesn't have the same customizations, but it still runs plenty fast. Use this key when you're ready to ride. I have a gift for you too, of sorts. I made lots of friends while I was Oglopped, and one of the little fellows has big dreams of traveling the world. Alright, there was a swarm at some point, wasn't there? Take me on your adventures. It'll be fantastic company. My own Oglop buddy. Right, be wary. Like I told you, those tiny devils are harbingers of death and disease. No, there's no such thing. Oglops are harmless. Not even to accuse of chitinous button? Chitin? Alright, well, it's your funeral. Keep it where you can see it or stow it away in your pack. Speaking of companions, I wonder where that gentleman Fob and Nacho have disappeared to. Not that I'm worried or anything. But I owe them a tip of the hat, at the very least. Anyway, Marsha and me are going to get back to running our detective agency here in Solution 9. Hopefully we'll cross paths again on some other case. Our time together in the great alleyway of life was brief, but golden, like the richest, yellowest of yolk. See you around, Kalia. Oh, she is. Here's the inconceivably further Hildibrand adventures. You can now exchange MGP for the new orchestration role by speaking with the Gold Saucer Chain with Gold Saucer. Okay, that is it? Oh, wait, no, it's not. Hold on. Thank you for the pets. His trail had evaporated like mist in the neon haze. The city carried on, uncaring. I fell into a familiar humdrum rhythm, my world gone curiously quiet. There's a gnawing absence of irritating, yet endearing whimsy. But that's life, ain't it? No such thing as a perfect egg. Let me leave you with a few words of wisdom. If it ain't tough, it ain't boiled enough. But sometimes a man needs to be gentle. Who are you talking to, detective? I like that expression on her. Hildibrand will return? Dun dun dun! Oh, it's actually, I love it. I love it. That's good. Gently does it. Alright, that's it for Final Fantasy XIV. I'm gonna switch the thing so people don't get confused. I know they're still doing the subathon, but